The other day I met up with a couple of family friends and we were talking, and one of the boys, he's in grade 8. He's a bit nervous going into high school next year. So he asked me, "What's high school?" And I didn't have a definite answer for him, just because when you're in high school you don't really have a solid grasp of who you are yet. Just because you're just coming out of elementary and junior high or wherever you went. And based off that, you're still a kid going into high school. By the time you get out of high school, you're going into college, you're going to university, you're going into the workforce, you're becoming an adult, and this really shapes who you are. I live with no regrets. That's what it is. I am who I am because I was who I was. In high school, I went with the sole purpose for the popularity aspect of it. I mean, realistically, I never went to classes to learn. I let my parents down just because, I was drinking all the time, I was smoking, I got caught up with the wrong crowd, so it's not who I wanted to be, but just because I felt that I had to appease this certain group of individuals, I had to then become like them. So I'm trying to explain the situation to this family friend. Told him, don't change for anyone. When you go to high school, you have that false sense of, I'm becoming an adult and I can make my own choices. And that's what I found was the most dangerous, because I got overconfident, I got over ambitious in terms of what I can do as a person. But it's not, it was a false sense of security because it led me nowhere. The only time I was realistically myself is when I got out of high school. It was tarnishing, man, just because it was kind of like I had to change to appease this society of what brand name clothes you have, what clothes you're wearing, what your shoes are, stuff like that. All of that was my number one priority, and it wasn't really going to school and getting an education for myself. In my locker, I had liquor. Every day we would go to this catwalk and we would drink. I would drink steady vodka at like 7:30 in the morning. Right before class, I would go to school and my teachers knew that I was drunk. And not only that, I would smoke, it's not a appeasing point for me, but when I look at it right now, I rarely drink. I probably drank twice in the last year. I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I mean, I've changed for the better, and I feel trying to fit in with this crowd, it made me do stuff that I wasn't really too comfortable with. And it's going to segue into another big topic that I was going to do in another video, but it can kind of correlate with this video right here. A scrawny little guy, and we bullied the shit out of him. And I don't say it in a positive manner. I regret it to this day, because we would take him, in the weight room and put him in a corner and beat him up for no reason. And he didn't do anything to provoke us. We just did it, and even then I felt kind of bad, but I laughed and I didn't do anything about it. It made me think now, it happened over 10 years ago. I've been out of high school over 10 years ago. It's crazy, but like, if he did take his life, it would have been crazy, just because I didn't do anything to stop it. I've come across his Facebook profile. I didn't add him as a friend because, like I said, I don't know him on that level, and I don't think I am deserving to add him as a friend. However, he's married, he has a kid, and you know what, he's good, man. He's in a good spot. And that's what I was telling this guy. I'm like, listen, you gotta be yourself. Don't change. Because once you change, you're gonna find yourself trying to find yourself. You're not gonna know what you're looking for. If there's anything I can change, absolutely. I would have stayed more focused in my school, because I found myself in a spiral after high school trying to find out what I was trying to do, because I was trying to play catch up in terms of, okay, now I'm going into society, and what skills do I have? What education do I have? And it led me nowhere. For anyone going into high school, this is just more so a message of what you can expect. The people there are all going through the same things. They're trying to find themselves as people. So who you may know in high school is definitely not the same person you're going to know outside of high school. Meaning once they've graduated, once they've started their life, it's not the same person. And I can resonate based off that fact, because I've known so many people in high school, and I kind of, come across people that I used to go to high school with, and they ask me, hey, you still talk to so and so, and I'm like, nah man, I don't, just because we fell apart. And I look back at it now, and I realize here I am struggling to find myself in the society and work towards a position that makes me happy. I work hard, I support my family, I have a tight-knit group of friends that I like to communicate with, but other than that, I am totally a different person than I was in high school. That was my, that was a little condensed version of my experience in high school. It was all over the place. I apologize for that. And if you agree, or if you have any comments of your experiences, please share your comments below, and I do my best to reply to every single one of them. So thank you for taking the time to watch this, and have a blessed day.